All right.
Hey, Robert and Tasnia, Craig here. I'm here with Mom, and I'm here with Tom, our consummate home inspector, and he is going to run us through his findings and everything that he poked and prodded at today.
All right, sounds good, guys. We looked at everything today. I even took a peek at your roof for you with some aerial photography. The roof looks amazing. It's a metal roof. The vent penetrations look good. There's not even evidence of any debris on the roof. So you can see it was a cloudy day here in San Diego, so it's not the brightest picture, but it looks really clean up there. So no issues there. So we look at every little thing, even a loose thermostat on the wall. Okay, simple fix, handyman item, deferred maintenance. The thermostat itself works fine. It's up in the upstairs hallway. Turned on the AC and heat. They even recently replaced your filter for your HVAC system. This is where the air intake goes in, filters that air, blows through your furnace. Of course, if you guys want to, you can just replace it when you move in, but it is clean. We don't run washers and dryers. It's outside the scope. But you do. The good thing is we look at kind of the connections if we can see them. They actually have a drip pan in here, which is amazing because a lot of condos, townhouses, even downtown high rises, they don't even have drip pans. So it's always nice to have a drip pan when your washer's upstairs on an upper level beneath the living space. So the one thing I am calling out is it's just really dirty, the vent fan inside the laundry closet. So just need to vacuum that out. It works fine. It's not even noisy. It's just dirty. Master bedroom. So some of the windows, they're vinyl windows. We'll cover a couple issues with windows. The first thing I noticed was they need to be serviced so they glide better on the track. They're just a little noisy, squeaky, that kind of thing. So they could be serviced to make them glide nice and smooth for you. Toilet flush fine in the master. Both the sinks drain fine. The sink stoppers work great. Underneath the sinks look great. The first thing I noticed on this line, by the way, if you're curious what that is, that's for your AC condensate drain line. So for your primary drain for your AC. So when you're running the AC, water drains through into that right side sink in the master bath. The one thing I'm noting here is you see the hose clamp right there. There's no hose clamp here. There's no drip there, but you still probably put a hose clamp just in case, so you don't want it to drip down the road. Valves look good. So master bedroom, I did notice a couple of windows that had some UV tint damage. I believe these are the ones in the shower. So if you look at it really close, you can't see in this photo, but there's some markings inside the panes in there, and that's indicative of a factory tint damage inside that window. Still a functional window, just has not as aesthetically pleasing and visually pleasing. The roofing material, rolled asphalt roofing material looked okay there. There was some little stress cracks in it though, so this might be something you bring to the attention of the HOA. I will note this for you, that I did notice some little stress cracks in the roofing material on that tiny little alcove that's outside that window of the master bath shower. Bedroom number 2, polarity's good. So I checked every receptacle I can get to throughout the house. All the wiring is perfect. There was no issues with wiring. All the exterior lights worked. And, it's just dirty up here. I don't think you get a lot of sun maybe that dries this area. So when it was rain, we've had tons of rain this year. And you do have a scupper drain right there. And you have 2 drains on this balcony out of the bedroom number 2, which is great. It's just some debris, so you can clean it off. And another thing I'm noting, and again, this is just the design of the building. The baluster spacing's fine. It's just it was designed to be climbable, so we have to note that type of design. The other thing is under the carpet here, there's wood subflooring, and it's just a little squeaky in bedroom number 2. So when you walk on it, you might hear some creaking. If you guys ever go to replace that carpet, that's your opportunity to screw down the wood subflooring, and that'll stop that squeaking. Shower, private bath, bedroom number 2. There's some shrinkage in the grout. So that the house built in 2014, over the next 10, 15 years, you're going to have shrinkage of materials. And one thing that shrinks is grout in showers. So you can always just reseal the edges of the shower down there. There's no leaks in any of these enclosures, which is great. I noticed just some mismatched paint in the master bedroom. Not sure why. I think maybe they scuffed up the wall or something, and the guy just got the wrong kind of paint. There was no issue there. It's just you can see a difference in color of paint. Skylights look good. I am noticing, again, this is normal settlement. So up in your stairwell, you'll see some cracking in the drywall, a little bit of bulging right here, and that's indicative of settlement of the structure. So you can prep and paint this. It may come back. It's more cosmetic in nature, but it is settlement of the structure, and I've seen it in some corners of the walls and windowsills as well. Half bath downstairs, or actually in the middle section of the house. Again, just shrinkage in the material right next to the window and the wall. Exterior light works. We don't fire up barbecues. It's outside the scope, but I do look at the connection on the gas line, and it looked good. It had a shutoff valve under there. Your sink works fine. It drains fine. It has hot water to it. There's that valve for the barbecue. Looks good. And your vent fan above the barbecue worked fine as well. So really neat little setup they got right here. Again, they designed the baluster spacing to be climbable, so I note this, but the whole building's that way, okay? So it's just more something for you to be aware of. If you have young kids or something coming here, you can put a barrier there or something. Let's see. Exterior light worked. And windows are low in the shower, but it's kind of far from the shower head, but regardless, we'll still note it. Just make sure you seal these windows up real good over the, once or twice, once every other year or something like that. That way it's nice and sealed. You have carbon monoxide and smoke detectors. These are combo units, one on each level. And then I'm in your attic now. This is in this little scuttle hatch that's in the master bedroom. And then you can see your furnace up here. Rheem, good furnace. Installation looks great. Even has a drip leg here. When I operated the unit, it blew hot air immediately, almost 140 degrees out of the closest register. The wall material, you've got insulated walls here. It's all OSB wood framing. It looks great. You also have a fire suppression system here in the building. We don't obviously test those systems. The HOA probably has an annual or semi-annual kind of check on the pressure for those systems. What I do is I check for carbon monoxide and gas leaks. I didn't see anything like that. So no carbon monoxide leaks, no gas leaks. And your structure looked good. No evidence of roof leaks in the attic. Looked great up there. I ran the water for a long time in the showers and bathrooms upstairs. I did notice some standing water in the master shower. Not a whole lot. I mean, you can squeegee it to the drain, but there is obviously a low spot right here. So when they did the tile floor, it just doesn't slope perfectly to the drain, or it drains it immediately. So it's just something to be aware of, because over time that could just develop a stain. But you can always keep a squeegee in the shower and do it. Otherwise, they have to re-elevate that. There's your loose thermostat. And your kitchen appliances, we'll get to that here in a minute. In the kitchen, I did notice one fog window, and it's the one over the sink, the left side stationary window that has some fogging in it. That's when the seal gets compromised. This hermetic seal around 2 panes of glass lets in a little bit of moisture into that window. So it's still a functional window. It's just not, again, as aesthetically pleasing. It's not as visually pleasing anymore. It does still keep out the noise and all that good stuff. And again, squeaky sliders for the window. What do you call this? Garbage disposal. Sometimes I forget to see them every day, twice a day. But anyway, it works fine. It's a cheaper one. It's Badger 5. It's got some rust in the cutting plates. Also, the drain configuration. We note this. Basically, this garbage disposal should be on the P-trap side of the drain system, but it's still functional. Nothing's backing up or anything, but that long stretch of run into this T, drain just could get clogged possibly. So that's why they have a different. I put an image in the report for you so you know what I'm talking about. The dishwasher ran good. Connections look great. Very dry under your kitchen sink, so nothing's leaking. Your microwave worked fine, your vent hood, and then I went back outside. Here's your main water shutoff, by the way. So each unit has its own main water shutoff and a pressure regulator. So if you needed to turn the water off in a hurry, it's right out the front door. And then this is access to your fire sprinkler system. So I guess if you ever needed to turn that off in a hurry too, there's your shutoff. So, and that's left just to the left of the main water shutoff. So in the garage, you have some utilities in here. You have your main electric panel, telephone and cable, and your water heater in the garage, on the right side of the garage facing front. Typical stress cracks in the concrete. I did see one crack that was a little bit bigger, but you know, it's all structural is an HOA concern. And to be honest with you, these garage slabs, we're always seeing concrete cracking. It's really not a huge deal or concern in my opinion, but you can always bring it to the attention of the HOA if you're concerned. The water heater's a ream tankless. There's stress cracks again, right there. Again, normal settlement cracks in the garage, and water heater worked great. Pressure is perfect, about 55, 56 PSI. So we have adequate pressure, and the installation of the water heater looked great. The panel looked amazing as well. You have arc fault circuit interrupters. I tested those. These are like ground fault circuit interrupters, like the ones you see in kitchens and bathrooms that you have to reset. These are just breakers, and they're for bedroom receptacles. So in the event a child or something sticks something in the outlet, it'll trip that breaker and not shock the kid. So those are nice, and they're all functional, and they reset. The wiring looked great in there, no issues. And as far as the garage door operator, it works. It's just the force resistance setting is off. So you see that it says up and down right here. It needs to be more sensitive. So when it's going down and it meets resistance, it goes up. It triggers it to go back up. So it needs to be reset there. And then also the light bulbs out or missing in the garage door operator. And there's that little other crack I saw in the garage slab. Let's see, light bulb missing or out in one of the fluorescent lights in the garage. This is your main panel. Each unit has one. They're all locked. I guess they just don't want passerbys to come by and open up those panels. But the only thing that's in here probably, and this is my guess, because all your breakers are in the garage sub panel, is just one main shutoff. Okay, so if you wanted to turn off every circuit at once, you'd probably got to unlock that lock and then just click the breaker to shut off the whole house, or you can shut off every circuit in your sub panel. Okay, downstairs bedroom. There was some patching on the ceiling. Not sure exactly what that is. I don't know. It could be patching. Maybe they ran a circuit and then that's just a drywall patch. There's no moisture there. I used thermal imaging to check for that. It's dry.
Was there a ceiling fan down there that was going towards? Or?
It was. There wasn't a ceiling fan. Yeah, just some can lights. I know, right? It could be like a guy fishing cable through the ceiling, and those are bad drywall patches. I think that's all it really is, though. But just some minor corrosion on one or two of the valves in here. Just, the plumber would just tell you to wipe that off.
Right.
But anyway, shower worked great. Vent fan works fine. And then you could see more of those little stress cracks in the wall down there. The door to the master bedroom does stick in the frame just a little bit, and there's a hinge. These are heavy doors. There's a hinge. The upper hinge on that door is also a little bit loose. It could be tightened up or repaired. And then one of the kitchen cabinets. These are nice cabinets. I think they have those self-closing type hinges. This hinge is. It was slightly loose, I believe, or the is that what it was on that?
No,
hinge?
I think that little hydraulic
thing
mechanism has failed. So
Gotcha.
It just needs to be replaced.
Yeah. Oh, battery's low. Okay, we're almost done. And that's it, guys. I use a thermal camera, and I'm checking for leaks below the bathrooms, leaks at under sinks, and I didn't see anything. You got hot water everywhere you need it. And no leaks under any bathrooms. AC 51 degrees. I think I even had it at 46 degrees. So, AC is ice cold, and your heater worked great as well. So, let's see, we'll get to a heater shot. But I'll put a bunch of these thermal images in your report as well. But, oh, there you go. 149 degrees. That was the closest register. 108 in the bedroom. So, it gets a little bit cooler there, but still over 100 degrees. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much, guys, and call me if you have questions. All right.
Cool. What do you say, Mama? All right, you guys. So I'm gonna get this loaded up and emailed out to you. So so far everything's looking pretty good. Go through the report, check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. The report is probably going to be anywhere from 60 to 90 pages long. The next steps is we need to schedule a home inspection huddle up. And after you go through the report, what I like to do is print out the summary pages that are going to be at the very back of the report. The report's going to take have a ton of pictures. It's going to have descriptions of things. But the summary is basically all his written out findings, and then it references back to the report. So say section 2.3, and you can look at the picture over there. So print out the summary pages, and then as you go through the main report, make notes on the summary page of any things that of concern or you have questions about. Once you've done all that, hit me up, shoot me a text, or give me a call and say, hey, Craig, when do you have time to do the home inspection huddle up? And we'll jump on a phone call, talk about what your concerns, a way forward. We can put together a request for repairs. We can have them repair stuff. We can ask for money. The other option is that you see too much stuff going on that you want to run away. That is an option, and you get your earnest money deposit back, and we go live to fight another day. But I didn't see anything that's really told me, hey, you need to run away. But you guys be the judges of that, and hit me up, let me know. We'll talk soon. Catch you later. Bye.